In my self-analysis speech, I'm going to discuss my written to oral speech, my physical presentation speech, my formal autobiography speech, and my formal speech to actuate. In my written to oral speech, I think I depended too much on my notes to really succeed well in that one. But that was one of our first speeches we did in here. I didn't really have that much of a physical presence or a vocal presence, which I think was one of my main problems when I started off speaking in this class. But as my speech went on, I think I kind of gained a vocal presence. So it was like half there and half not. In my physical delivery speech, I lacked a physical presence. I think my problem there was that I sat down to do my speech like I am now, and that kind of prevents me from waving my arms around or you seeing my hand motions. I think that my notes in that one were a lot better than they were in my written oral speech. I didn't really depend on those as much, and I paced myself well in that speech. I talked slow, but I think I should have enunciated my words a little bit better. In my formal autobiography speech, I really depended a lot on my notes to be talking about myself. I think that, especially since I was giving an autobiography speech, I shouldn't have depended on my notes that much. But it's a lot different than when you're practicing and you're up in front of people. Also, I needed to speak louder and a little more clear in that speech. When I went back to watch it, I realized that I couldn't really hear myself for that. I need to work on my breathing when I'm giving my formal speeches because I get up there and I forget to breathe. In my formal speech to actuate, it's a weird word for me. I depended a lot on my notes in that one too. I think it went better as it went on because I had a story to tell, and it was a topic that was that I was comfortable speaking about, that I didn't really feel like I had to depend on my notes a lot on. I think the reason I really depended on my notes is I wanted to make sure I had that sequence right when I was presenting it. Also, I need to work on my breathing again. That's my main problem in my formal speeches is I get up there and I get nervous, like I don't want my voice to shake or I don't want my voice to crack, and I just I forget to breathe altogether. And also, I noticed a lot in all of my formal speeches really, I need to work on my nervous habits, like leaning back and forth or shaking out my legs while I'm up there speaking, because that's distracting to my audience altogether. So those are the 4 speeches I chose to analyze. Thank you guys for bearing with me this semester, and thanks for all the feedback and help. Have a good one.